This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thanks so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for February 24, 2023, St. Catherine barber suspected of committing suicide. The Above Rocks police have launched an investigation into the suspected suicide of a barber in the St. Catherine community yesterday afternoon. Reports are that the body of a man who was known only as Sanjay was found hanging inside his house about 4 p.m. by a relative. The police were summoned and the body removed to the funeral home. Shots fired, houses torched, and the cars destroyed in St. James community. After a night of terror that saw residents cowering as the gunshots rang out, 7 houses and 2 vehicles damaged by fire, the police were on the ground in the community of Tucker, St. James on Thursday to try bring calm to the area. From as early as 9 p.m. Wednesday, lawmen told the news that residents were forced to take cover as armed thugs fired indiscriminately on sections of the community. Firefighters who responded to calls that a house and a car were on fire were forced to flee because of heavy gunfire. They later arrived after a strong contingent of police arrived and order was restored. However, by then, 4 houses had been totally ravaged in the blaze, while 3 others had been partially damaged. A Toyota Voxy was totally gutted in the inferno, while a Nissan AD wagon motorcar was partially damaged. There were no reported deaths or injuries. On Thursday morning, residents declined to comment on the flare-up of violence. There was a very visible police presence, and the lawmen have vowed to maintain order. Up to press time, no arrest had been made. According to a senior police officer, the attack is believed to be in retaliation for Tuesday's murder of 2 men in the nearby community of Granville. 24-year-old Rexford Jarrett and the 29-year-old Orange Reed were fatally shot about 2:30 p.m. in a section of that community called the Gutter Bottom. While rumors have run rampant that new life has been breathed into an older feud between Granville and Tucker, the police have a different theory. The incident is believed to be in retaliation to some murders that took place on Tuesday. The men were trailed from Tucker to Granville and shot there, but it's not like Granville and the Tucker men are at war. It seems to be Tucker and Tucker, the officer told the news on Thursday. He asked not to be identified by name as he was not authorized to speak with the media on the issue. Because the police have had a presence in Tucker, the men trailed them to Granville and shoot them in Granville, he added. Councillor Michael Troop of the People's National Party, Granville Division, is adamant that, though it has had its share of violence over the years, his division is not the problem this time. I'm vexed because Granville has been cool. From last year, no murder don't commit in Granville proper itself. We have little problems in Pitford Heights and we quiet it down. Now we have this that we hear it's outsiders trail men and kill them, he told the news. His immediate focus, he said, will be to help quell the violence before it escalates. He plans to speak with Granville residents, especially the young men, to stress the importance of remaining focused on living in a safe and crime-free environment. Up to Monday, the day before the shooting that is said to have sparked the latest brouhaha, the St. James Police Division had numbers to be proud of. There had been an almost 50% drop in murders compared to the corresponding period last year. There were 40 in 2022 and 21 this year, a 47.5% fall. 13 people have been injured during 14 shootings in St. James up to February 20 this year, compared to 14 people injured during 13 shootings in 2022. People will suffer as the local government election treated like a bastard child, said Smith. Political commentator Lloyd B. Smith says it is the people who will ultimately suffer from the delay in holding the local government elections because in some cases they have to continue to endure poor representation from councillors. Mr. Smith also pointed to several electoral divisions without representation because their councillors have died, while others have lost their seats due to failure to attend municipal corporation meetings. He said successive governments have shown a flagrant disregard for local government elections, which he believes boils down to cheap politicking. According to Mr. Smith, local government elections are often seen merely as a gauge for the political party in power to assess their standing among the people. He added that the disregard for the election is also evident in the quality or lack thereof of some people who are chosen to serve at the local level.
Boils down to cheap politicking. The local government elections are often seen as merely a sort of weather vane to see where the party in power stands. That's number one. And number two, if you even look, for example, at some of the quality of some of these persons who are being asked to serve at the local government level, it begs the question. There's no seriousness about local government in this country. It is the bastard child of our governance system, and that has to change. Mr. Holness needs to keep his electioneering promise, one of which was to fix dates for elections. Now that we are moving into a constitutional reform agenda, local government should be enshrined in the Constitution and fixed dates set both for the local and general election. We must create that kind of architecture if we are going to preserve our democratic way of life and not allow politicians to just do what they feel, when they feel, and how they feel.
Police probing cause of death of farmer found near pig pen. The Aracabessa police in St. Mary are investigating the death of a farmer whose body was found with wounds to the face in close proximity to one of his pig pens on Thursday. He is a 58-year-old Radcliffe Martin of a Bogaji address in Aracabessa. A police report states that a man went to visit Martin on his farm shortly after 7 a.m. Thursday and reportedly saw the body of the farmer lying close to a pig pen. The police were called, and upon their arrival, it was revealed that the now deceased had blood oozing from his face along with visible wounds. Upon close examination of the crime scene, the lawmen also reportedly discovered that at least 2 of the animals had traces of blood on their mouths and were showing signs of aggression. A resident who gave his name only as Raphael claims that the farmer was attacked and beaten by some of the pigs. But despite the speculation by residents, the police have not yet determined the cause of death. Rastafarian caught with a ganja to stand a trial. A Rastafarian who was charged after cops found 2 pounds of ganja inside his shop is scheduled to stand a trial on April 4. Charles Largy appeared in the St. James Parish Court on Thursday, charged with possession of and dealing in ganja. Largy's lawyer, Chumo Paris, is contending that what the police took from his client was his sacrament. He presented a document from the Rastafari and the Grassroots Ganja Association certifying his client's membership. Paris also stated that his client had in the past applied to the relevant authorities to sell ganja at events such as Rebel Salute. In respect of religious practices, there is nothing in the legislation that I recall seeing that speaks for sacramental purposes that require him to seek a license to say that he is a Rastafarian, the lawyer argued before the court. We are not denying that my client was found in possession of ganja. What we are saying is that he is exercising his rights, Paris added. Judge Sasha Marie Smith Ashley subsequently set the case for trial on April 4 and Largy's bail was extended. According to police, they went to Largy's shop and found the ganja in 3 transparent bags. They also found 95 transparent vials and a transparent jar marked Rastafarian cannabis. When cautioned, Largy reportedly said to the officer, "I'm named Charles Largy. Me get back my ganja from the same police station before." Ministry warns of job scam on social media. The Ministry of Labor and Social Security is cautioning persons to be aware of flyers circulating on social media advertising job fairs for overseas opportunities, which is a scam. We are aware of numerous persons who have responded to these advertisements and paid fees only to realize that the individuals are operating illegally, the ministry said in a press release yesterday. Members of the public are being urged to visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm to confirm the list of employment agencies which are licensed to operate in Jamaica before engaging with employment offers. Persons may also contact the Ministry's Employment Agencies Unit at 876-676-5806 or via email at employmentagenciesunit.ja@mlss.gov.jm for information. The Labor and the Social Security Ministry said it has established a hotline at 876-553-5457 to facilitate reports via WhatsApp. Persons who believe that they have been fleeced are encouraged to immediately contact the ministry and to report the matter to the police's fraud squad. Any individual or entity intending to engage in the recruitment of workers in Jamaica for placement in jobs locally or overseas is required under the Employment Agencies Act to obtain a license from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, which is renewable annually. Any person found to be operating in breach may be subject to a fine of $1 million and/or up to 12 months imprisonment on conviction. Individuals or entities operating without a valid license are urged to cease and desist and are strongly advised to immediately pursue steps to regularize their operations, as the ministry has a zero-tolerance approach to employment scamming and illegal operators, the ministry said. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.